My point is, no matter however good an aspirant you are or how many current affairs items you cover, if you think you're going to cover it all, then you're living in a la la land. Your focus should be to build on your confidence zone and take the trajectory up in the growth zone. Good afternoon, all the students and aspirants, and especially the Samachar Manthan people. So today I have come with a current affairs cheat code. Now, what is this cheat code will go about? We'll be discussing this in the class as well. Now, if you have watched my last video, I had particularly spoken about balancing a couple of skills. And in the absence of that particular balance, what happens is balance between static and current affairs, for example. In the absence of that balance, you end up in a rut where your preparation cycle extends. Now, let us take an example. I have taken the 2016 question paper, GS paper 2, mains examination. Now, you have read a lot of current affairs materials from various sources. You've prepared good one-pager notes. Now, you end up in the examination. Imagine 2016. The first question which UPSC throws you is discuss the essential of 69th Constitutional Amendment Act and annuities. Now, this was regarding the governance of Delhi. In 2016, it was in news a lot. Now, the question asks you, if any, that have led to recent reported conflicts between the elected representatives and the institution of Lieutenant Governor in the administration of Delhi. Do you think that this will give rise to a new trend in the functioning of Indian federal politics? So it cuts across a lot of micro themes like federalism, separation of powers, etc. And it was elaborate in that year's current affairs. So this would have been a very fairly easy question to appear. Come to question number 20 of that particular year. In UPSC Mains 2016, GS paper 2, it asked you what are the aims and objectives of McBride Commission of the UNESCO? What is India's position on this? This was also in current affairs news. None of the materials covered it. It was asking you about aims and objectives of McBride Commission, which is a specialized commission of UNESCO. And what is India's position on it? If you do not know the first part, you will never be able to answer the second part. So usually the approach of many aspirants, what is ki jo aata hai likh denge, it became very difficult that year. Many of the people left this particular question and many of it talked about environment and all other bullshit. The answer was never related to that. You can go and check what McBride Commission is all about. My point is, no matter however good an aspirant you are or how many current affairs items you cover, if you think you're going to cover it all, then you're living in a la la land. Because once you start thinking that you can cover it all, you start overloading your stuff with content. More and more content, you get more and more books and current affairs material. And that is where you move into a zone of information overload, where you're buried under a lot of quantity of content, but a lack of good quality content. So what do we do and what should be our approach towards this is, let's not do this anymore. The best part is escape from that zone. Let us train ourselves in such a way that we don't run after content. How can we do that? Usually in your current affairs preparation, there will be 3 buckets when the content comes to you. The first bucket would be a very fairly confidence zone, where you will be confident about anything that you are reading. You would be confident कि आप कोई भी question इससे attempt कर लो. Then there is a good phase of content or a bulk of content which comes under the growth zone, where you have 50-50 about this. Here your idea should be to prepare it more and more, to get your concepts cleared on this. Here you have a scope of improvement. And the third bucket is the let it go zone, where in every year's current affairs, there will be a lot of issues which you will have no idea of, especially from the technical aspect, be it science and tech, environment or economics, or the legal aspects of politics. My point is, don't run after these content at all. These will be repeated in the course of year. This will be repeated. This will come again at some other news item, some other point. We will be covering this again and again to make it easier for you to remember. For now, forget this. Leave it alone. Your focus should be to build on your confidence zone and take the trajectory up in the growth zone. Then we had talked about quick recalls and deep dive analysis, where these will test your memorization skills, whereas deep dive and analysis will test your analytical skills. Now, this is a continuous process. The more you practice, the more you read, the easier it becomes for you. So the green zone, the blue zone is what your focus should be entirely on, and developing them, building on them. Our focus constantly will be to give you various dimensions in the confidence zone, take you through the growth zone, be a facilitator, and let it go zone will be our responsibility. Now, this is how we are going to approach current affairs, or one should approach current affairs. Any aspirant who is watching this is how it should be taken about. So, this is what is the SM or Samachar Manthan checklist, if I tell. The things which you know, build on that, fill the gaps in the growth zone, and keep calm. Don't chase the white area. The white space is our responsibility. So with this is again another message from me. Thank you. We'll see you in class.